This is Feed News every day, bringing you critical updates from global conflict zones. Tonight, we turn to Ukraine, where Russia launched one of its largest aerial assaults to date, unleashing nearly 600 drones and cruise missiles in a single night. Here's what we know. 2 dead as Russia attacks Ukraine. Overnight with nearly 600 drones. A massive overnight offensive by Russian forces struck multiple regions of Ukraine, killing at least 2 civilians and injuring over 20 others, according to officials in Kyiv. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy confirmed the deaths occurred in Chernivtsi, a relatively peaceful city in Ukraine's southwest that had, until now, been largely spared from the brunt of Russia's aerial assaults. In a statement on social media, Zelenskyy offered condolences to the families of the victims and emphasized that around 20 more people injured in the attack are receiving all necessary medical assistance. The strike, however, was far from isolated. Ukraine's Ministry of Defense said that Russia launched a total of 597 attack drones and 26 cruise missiles across the country during the night, one of the largest single-night barrages since the war began. The attacks targeted regions stretching from the eastern cities of Kharkiv and Sumy to the western city of Lviv, marking a nationwide escalation in Moscow's strategy to cripple Ukrainian infrastructure and morale. This attack is another reminder to the world that the enemy is not going to stop, said Ukrainian Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal via Telegram. Western Ukraine was hardest hit. Despite the intensity of the offensive, Ukrainian air defenses responded with significant success. The military reported 319 drones and 25 cruise missiles were intercepted and destroyed, and another 258 drones were neutralized through electronic warfare measures, making this one of the most coordinated and robust defensive efforts by Ukraine in recent weeks. However, the sheer volume of drones and missiles underscores Russia's growing dependence on mass drone warfare and its capacity to overwhelm Ukrainian defenses through numbers alone. Russia's Ministry of Defense claimed the strikes targeted Ukrainian defense industry infrastructure, including a military airfield and industrial facilities involved in weapons production. The Russian military described the attacks as a group strike using long-range, high-precision weapons. This latest attack is part of a growing pattern. Over the past few weeks, Russia has intensified nighttime drone strikes, launching record-breaking numbers of unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, and missiles at Ukrainian urban and strategic targets. President Zelenskyy, in a national address, once again called on Western allies to take urgent action. The pace of Russia's aerial strikes demands swift decisions, he said. Sanctions can slow this down. Sanctions against countries helping Russia produce drones and those purchasing Russian oil. But we also need more air defense systems now. Zelenskyy stressed that the war in Ukraine can only be stopped through strength, and that Ukraine needs not just words or signals, but real action from its international partners to protect civilian lives. Western nations have already supplied Ukraine with systems like Patriot batteries, NASAMS, and Iris-T air defense units, but Kyiv insists they need greater quantities to defend against Russia's increasing reliance on mass drone warfare. The United Nations and European Union have condemned the continued attacks on Ukrainian civilian centers, while the United States and NATO allies are reportedly considering new sanctions and expedited weapons transfers in response. This overnight assault is a chilling reminder of the brutal pace of modern warfare. As Ukraine's skies fill with drones and missiles, the world must decide whether to act or allow the war to deepen. This has been Feed News every day, bringing you facts from the front lines. Stay with us for more updates on the Russia-Ukraine war, international diplomacy, and the fight for peace.